What's going on? It's Fist, bringing it straight from my heart for me to you, because that's what I do. Titanfall, your favorite map. I don't know, it's not Angel City, whatever the other one is, but there's going to be 15 new maps coming out. And a lot of people are not happy with this Titanfall. Maybe they're just, it's not their cup of tea. You know, it was like this, and I know if you're coming over from the Fisticuffs video, and we talked about developers not caring, and I think developers, maybe they do care, and maybe the industry is toxic with big games, and all these developers are going indie, and you know, and they're taking a different route. I think it's a great idea to go to indie, because PlayStation indie games are where it's at, and I think the audience is bigger there anyway. So, you know, I don't blame anybody for going indie, and I understand there's a lot of toxicity in bigger game development, and people are held by guidelines of, you know, older people who don't play video games, that treat video games like movies, and they have a timeline that they have to meet, and blah 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 blah. You know, I understand there's a lot of people, and it's their money. You know, when you are in Activision and you're responsible for shareholders' money, you got a lot of white lying to do. You know, this game's gonna be great. We're gonna capture this part of the community. Da 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 da. We're in this. We're gonna throw this much money at advertising, and this is what this game is going to do. So they're doing their part, and they have to meet a deadline, and you got to push a game out by a certain time. Blah blah blah, and that's the way it is. But you know, Call of Duty and Activision, they were given another opportunity by the creators by the CEO Bobby Kotick, and that is they gave him a 3-year window. And if you got a 3-year window now and you fuck the game up, then you have no fucking excuse. But Titanfall is a new game, and to me, I think it's the best first-person shooter. Some people may not like Titanfall. They might not like the Titans or the mech aspect of the game. That's because they don't have enough experience in the game. When you have the light bulb pop up in your head, and if you put the time into this game, you're going to realize the gameplay is in the Titans, not the pilots. The pilots are nothing but a gimmick to steal all the patrons from the Call of Duty game. And I'm going to tell you what Titanfall is. Titanfall is exactly what Modern Warfare 2 left off. A lot of action, a lot of shit going on in front of your screen, you know, a lot of fucking bedazzling. You know what I mean? So you have a lot of shit going on the screen, a lot of stuff going on. That's what people, they want to feel like there's something going on. They're being entertained constantly. ADD, attention deficit disorder games, you know, where you're constantly playing and there's something constantly going on in your face. That's where this game left off. I mean, it took a lot of aspects from other games to create this game. They took the slide and the vortex shield from Warframe. They took the mech from Planet Side 2 and Black Detroit Retribution burn cards and Section 8 dropping from the ceiling. I mean, they took all the games that had certain ideas and they expanded on them and they made them their own with the Call of Duty mantra infused into the idea. That's what this game is, a collage of all that. But what all those other games don't have, and you may badmouth Titanfall because it's new and you don't get it, or you're just too old to invest the time into it. Maybe this game is past your generation. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to invest time into it because you think it's beyond your age, and you might think it's corny. But the facts are that it's beyond all the other games that you're playing now in first-person shooter. It has the freedom that everything else out there that does not. I mean, you can literally pick at the stuff that kills every single game out there that they corrected in this game. Call of Duty, for example, moves like a stick in the mud. Your freedom is taken away. This game, there's no restriction on freedom. You can bounce, fly, dash, burst. You can get out of any situation. And when you can get out of any situation and you're using your skills in a game, and acting on the fly, that is beyond anything else out there. This game is like in between Call of Duty and Quake. It's not as fast as Quake, but it's not as slow as Call of Duty. That's what this game is. And if you can handle that speed, then the next generations of games that are going to be copying Titanfall are going to be that much faster and that much more freedom. So then the last generations, they just can't handle it. They can't handle the speed. I mean, that's the only downfall to this game, is that you're losing, generations that can't comprehend this game. But, you're attracting the newer people who are playing video games, the people that have ADD and so on and so forth. But, you compile that all into that. This is a fast-acting, first-person shooter with tons of freedom. Now, unfortunately, it's only on one console, on the PC. Now, if this was on the PS4, like I said in my Fisticuffs video, I don't even think there would be a reason to play the Xbox One. But then again, developers screw games that are not titled on the original console. For example, Call of Duty is terrible on the PS4. Frame rate drops, connections issues. It's just they took a lot of shortcuts, and people on the Sony pay the same price. It's no fault of the Sony, but it's the fault of the developers and the little shady, toxic games that they play in the industry, unfortunately. But if you have the chance to play if you have a chance to play Xbox One Titanfall, by no means am I trying to sell you shit. I'm just saying this is the very first and best first-person shooter that's going to be on the market at this time. Until next time, get the fuck out of here.